Hello everyone, my name is PJ and this is my friend Tyler and welcome back to the
Insane Trilogy.
Part 6.
Part 6.
Temple Ruins.
Temple Ruins. I'm going to repeat everything you say now. No, I'm not. But no, honestly, what were we just talking about last episode? It was...
we were talking about a lot of things.
Yeah, we did talk about a lot of things, actually.
The last thing I remember talking about was Mighty Number 9 and Female Robot Masters.
Yes. And how cool it was, there was more of them. Although... But no. But speaking of female robot masters in general, though, like in Mega Man and stuff.
What? Oh, there's a block up there. But
Oh, you got it. Yeah, there you go. Like if like what percentage of what the heck is going on?
I don't know. I was hitting it a second ago when I can't spin it.
There you go.
Weird.
What percentage of robot masters would have to be female for it to be acceptable to you?
50%.
You really want it to be 50%?
50% of the population is female.
Not exactly. There's a percentage more females than males.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
it's close
but it doesn't. Close enough. Yeah, it's close enough to 50.
Biologically speaking, there's a 50-50 chance of every baby being born being male or female. So you'd expect it to be.
Biologically, we all start female.
Really?
Yes. Because the growth of male genitalia and stuff doesn't occur until later in the development process. So everyone starts female.
So what you're saying is I got unlucky.
Most likely, yes. But that's why, like, in a couple, like maybe a billion years or so, if the Earth's still around, there won't be males anymore. There will only be females.
Or, well, just maybe hermaphrodites or something?
Not really, no. It's just basically going to be females, pretty much. Just biologically speaking, that's what's going to happen. In fact, there's already species on the planet that exist that only have one gender. Like, there's a species of reptile that only existed in one gender. I'm trying to remember what species it was. There's a species of lizard that is all female, and they reproduce by simply cloning themselves. Like, all their babies are identical clones of themselves.
How do they evolve?
They don't need to. Like, they've reached a point where they can survive in their environment, so...
Nothing stops evolving.
Well, true. But what I'm saying is that, like, the act of basically cloning themselves to have children or whatever is more beneficial to them than not. Because it allows their species to exist, and it doesn't impede their ability to survive. Because they can do it alone. They don't need a partner. They can reproduce by themselves. I mean, that helps a lot. Like, you don't need to find a partner, you just give birth to babies. Like,
so they're like Namekians.
Yes, they're like the Namekians, yes.
Have I missed anything?
I don't think you have.
Because I know some of these temples have, like, invisible passageways. It's kind of weird how they're pots now. Can you actually, like, stand in the pot? It's not just, like, an invisible platform on top of the pot?
Yes, it's pretty cool that you can do that now. And I think, is this the one with the stupid snake that tricks you?
The one that you have to not knock into the crates beyond it?
Yes.
I don't know if this is the one.
Well, we'll know if we see it, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember where I learned the whole stuff about the the development of, like, human beings, like, starting female and becoming male later. I don't know where I heard that. I know it's true, though. That's one of the few things where I know it's true. I just forget where I heard it from. Maybe Bill Nye? Maybe? Sounds like a Bill Nye thing, right?
Or you maybe just learned it in school.
You don't learn anything in school. Tell me the last time you learned something in school. You remember this, right?
Yes.
The hidden path, yeah. Okay.
I saw the trail of apples or Wumpa fruit.
Yep. Wumpa. Oompa Loompa fruit. That'd be a really cool prequel, actually, for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like, Willy Wonka before the events of the movie. Like, going
to Loompa Land and fighting the vicious canids?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool? Actually be pretty cool, actually. I could see that being a lot of fun.
What was the other monster he mentioned?
Oh, I don't remember. What did he mention?
Schnozzwangler?
Something like that.
I don't know.
Did I tell you that one little tidbit about
Oh well, there's no color gem here.
No, you can just keep going. How schnozberries is a euphemism for, like, dicks. Did I tell you about that?
Oh yeah, because schnoz. You think schnozberries would be balls though, not dicks.
Yeah, but I think the actual reason as to why, like, because that line, the whole schnozberries thing, is a reference to another book he wrote, where he uses, schnozberry as a slang term for penises. So that's literally what he was doing, was making a joke on his own story. Which I thought was kind of funny. See, I like moments like that, where, like, authors or people like that, they show their human side a little bit, you know? They just want to reference something of their own and they have little in-jokes. I like that.
Jumping out of those bowls is a little difficult, though.
Because you do kind of go in a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely is different from the original.
Could I?
No, I've tried. Because what happens, if you try to jump down from here, there's actually a death plane. It kills you if you try it. Yeah.
It would be a great speedrunning shortcut, though.
Oh, yes, it would be. And if you had the long jump, you could totally do it. You could totally reach it with the long jump. But you don't have it in this game, so... Yeah, but even doing this is easier.
Yeah. So much easier.
No, it... Oh, actually, does this have, like, a... Is this the one with the really long gem path? I honestly can't remember.
No, because we can get the gem here.
It's the end. Okay, we're done. Yeah. All right. Gem. How about that? It's so nice to not have to frickin' stay.
Really? Wow. It's like, thanks for coming. Here's a kick in the balls before you leave.
Oh.
Hey, I really don't mean to sound sexist when I ask this.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's kind of weird how certain girls, namely gamer girls, are starting to use male humor for themselves? Like, they'll be playing online, like playing Call of Duty or whatever stereotypical gamer types play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they'll just shout, "Suck my dick!"
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, again, I think it's supposed to be... Well, let's be honest here. The whole gamer girl archetype is kind of a joke anyway.
Yeah, there's this one stupid photo on DeviantArt that people were bitching about. It was this girl who was... The title of the image was, like, Gamer Girl. And she was, like, wearing high heels in bed.
Yeah, like, for no... Yeah, it's... Because it's supposed to be, like, an attractive thing for men. Like, it's a way to get men, like, nerdy men. I get it. I understand. I know why that's appealing to people. I understand that.
It's not appealing to me.
Well, I'm not saying that it is either. I'm just saying I understand why people would find that interesting. And it's the same kind of like the nurse fetishes and the teacher fetishes. You know, I get it. I understand. But I don't like the whole gamer girl archetype in general just because it comes off as so fake. It's so fake. Because there's a lot of legitimately, you know, actual gamer girls out there, the ones who actually play it and actually love the stuff like we do. And guess what?
The girls who wear hoodies and pajama pants and eat Doritos.
Yes, those kind. And those kind will always be better. Like, in general, I mean...
Because they feel like people and not fashion models.
Yes, exactly.
Fashion models pretending to be gamers.
Not to say that you can't be a fashion model like video games. Not to infer that.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that, but you get the feeling, though, when you see those kind of pictures that it's some kind of company trying to get gamers to buy their product because there's a sexy gamer girl on there.
Yes. But again, it's only going to appeal to one type of person, the kind of person who thinks that that gamer girl archetype is sexually interesting. You gotta watch it.
It's weird. I can walk onto those, but I can't jump onto them. Like so. But sometimes I'm just going to jump on them.
Honestly, I kind of wish that the mentality a lot of men have, where it's like, you know, hey, you know, I only like girls that have glasses, or I only like girls that are like this or that. And it's so stupid. Like, you know, that should be like secondary on your list of priorities. You know, your first priority should be finding someone who shares your interests. Who
that's my priority right there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what hair color you have. I don't care what eye color you have. I don't care what race you are. As long as you like playing video games and put up with my shit.
Well, that's what anyone wants, you know? Heck, you don't even have to like the same stuff. I mean, just share something interesting, something that you can bond together as a group. Because the whole point of having a relationship at all is to help alleviate a lot of the stresses of being alone and being scared and being lonely, you know? And so many people are like that.
There, God. Good. I think what they used to do was the complete fragile platforms and the broken ones used to be very obviously different colors. Do you remember that?
Not exactly.
Because they're slightly different colors here. The broken ones are a slightly lighter shade.
Oh yeah, they are actually, yeah. I do see that. I don't remember if you can spin the pigs in this or not. You could try it, but I don't know if you can.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Because if you weren't in the original...
you can still, do the rope trick, though, if you're good at it. I wouldn't bother, though, because the rope trick's actually harder than doing the actual stage normally.
Yeah.
You know?
Aw.
Yeah, but I do like that, though. When you actually get around them, they'll actually sit down and they'll just wait. Like, they won't chase after you, which is kind of very helpful.
It's weird, and they pant, too.
Like
almost
dogs,
like...
yeah.
It's like they're excited to see you instead of bloodthirsty.
Well, don't you think that works a little bit more for the setting than what they had before?
I don't know. I mean, because you end up hating them regardless. Just you hate them a little less this time.
Because they're cute while doing it. But it's like they give you a chance, though. You know, they want you to succeed now. They're just so happy, and they want you to succeed.
Damn it.
Something else I like, because I don't know if this was in the original, maybe it was, your shadow is visible over the empty gaps now in the bridge, which is pretty cool. You gotta
Like, well, like in the air?
Yes. Like, if you can see it. If you jump in open air, you can see the shadow. See? Did you see it?
I see like a circular...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because that's your shadow.
Oh, no, my shadow's the big cocoa-shaped thing.
Yes, but there's still a small circular shadow, though, that appears.
Why is there two shadows? Is it just like a targeting reticle?
Basically, yes.
For platforming?
Yes, because they didn't want to actually... Because they knew they couldn't have the same shadow appear on open air, so they just had a lighter one that did that. Oh, really?
Really?
Wow, that was lame. That was so lame. You know what I don't understand? Romantic book writers.
You mean romance novelists?
Yes.
Yeah, there's so many romance novels, and they're all the same.
Yeah, they are. I mean, again, why? Like, why would you just write the same story 1,000 times? There's so much more you can do with romance, and they don't do anything with it. It's just the same schmaltzy stuff over and over again, you know?
I don't feel scared at all jumping on these platforms this time around. Remember how
Yes.
cringy it was before?
Yeah, because you have so much more control. Like, you know where you're going to land now. There's no questions anymore. I don't believe we can actually get the gem in this stage.
No, we
though.
can't.
Yeah.
We just passed a gem path
Yeah.
that we couldn't take.
Oh, there you go. The ice platforms still don't make any sense for being here, though. But again, we do this anyway just to get practice for when we come back later,
Yeah.
basically. Ugh. Only 9 boxes? I do wonder, though, if there is maybe a romance novelist out there that actually really has passion and actually has a good story out there. I wonder who
Yeah, they're
that
called
is.
fanfic writers.
But you know how often fanfics are terrible.
Well, yeah, but they have a passion for it.
I suppose that's a good point. That was easy.
Yeah, that first jump is kind of tough.
Still, we might actually... You know, if we actually go at this rate, though... Oh, you need to use the bounce.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah. I actually completely forgot too for a second. I'm like, you remember the second bounce? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Turn them into a trampoline and then bounce.
Yes. See, this is the part that's a little bit iffy. Because the bounce physics aren't exactly the same as they used to be, and it's a little strange.
It feels like I'm in the air longer.
Well, there you go. You did it without even really trying. See, I like how you can actually see the platform. That's pretty cool. You can actually see it now. Still never gotten to a point where she falls down on her face, though, from being hit so much.
No, I saw it when I was testing this.
Okay.
Yeah. If I skip enough boxes, she does eventually get flattened.
Box. Yeah, but that is a good point you brought up the last time. Like, who's throwing the boxes on you? Is Neo Cortex up there? Like, is he the one throwing from his little floating?
Maybe it's the island gods.
The island gods.
Maybe they reward you with gems for cleaning up litter.
Maybe.
Border Dash.
We still don't even know where the Wumpa Islands are, though.
Australia.
They're Australia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was made apparent in one of the manuals.
Okay.
Or in the ending to Crash 1. Like the 100% ending.
The Where Are They Now segment?
Yeah.
Which is like half canon and half not canon.
It's not canon at all.
Well, no, it sort of is, because in one instance, because they talk about how Ripperoo went and became a professor, which he actually did.
Well, they probably did that stuff anyway, but some of it can't have happened.
Yes, true.
Because Cortex's blimp has to explode in order for Crash 2 to happen.
Correct.
Right, so you have to get the normal ending. Okay, we can't get the gem here either. This is a gem path in it.
I love how the what, I don't know what instrument that is, like a xylophone. It starts as soon as the boulder starts going. I like that.
Oh, I was listening to the soundtrack in order to make the Odd Time Lapse video.
Yeah.
And each stage actually has multiple tracks. Like, even Insanity Beach has 2 tracks. One called Inner, one called Outer. The outer one plays when you get deeper into the stage and there's more shade and foliage. Yeah, it plays right around the time the third mask box shows up.
Again, that's more of that stuff we were talking about before. Like when we first played this game, and like, would people even notice it? But they did it anyway because they knew it would add to the experience, even if viewers don't actively notice it. Also, I found out something too. You've seen before on my stream, I was playing Dragon View before. Mm-hmm. It turns out Dragon View was a sad creation that actually fell in the same translation issues that a lot of games back then had, because it's actually a sequel.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Now that I think about the name Dragon's View.
Yeah. What's
it a sequel to?
Dragon.
Wait, which Dragon? Oh, the Super Nintendo Dragon?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Because in Japan, Dragon was called Dragon View, and Dragon View was called Super Dragon View. So why in the world did they do that? That makes no sense.
It's the Joe and Mac thing all over again.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. So I played through a sequel that I didn't even know I was playing. And it turns out, though, thankfully I looked it up, apparently one of the reasons why they didn't make the title the same is because Dragon didn't sell too well. And
no, it didn't. It was a kind of terrible game.
That's what people said. They said so they decided to rename it to make it seem better. And the game has no story connections whatsoever. The only thing that's connected between the two is that they have a 3D overworld. It's the only connection. So I guess I really didn't lose much. And apparently Dragon's a terrible game, so I'm
trying to recall what game I've played that I didn't know was a sequel. Well, I guess at the time I didn't know Ribbit King was a sequel.
True, neither of us did. Because
Yeah.
Caro King was the first one.
Which we never got an English translation of at all, not even a fan translation.
Still been meaning to play that on stream, though.
Sunset Vista. Looks like we can get this one's gem.
Okay.
And there's a key here, too.
Yep, we know how to get those, though. Surprised they didn't add more keys to Crash 1, just to kind of fill out the stages some more.
You get keys from the bonus stages, don't you? No, wait, no.
The
keys are for unlocking the bonus stages.
Correct.
So why would they add more?
Well, I just thought maybe just adding a few more neocortex stages would be a good idea.
Maybe pieces of keys?
Yeah, maybe.
Like 3 pieces of keys and have 6 stages of cortex stages?
Sure. I mean, you could do that. But I guess there's already enough content added anyway that doesn't really matter.
You see that? That's what I just did?
I do that all the time, too. Because the actual damage box of it actually empties sooner than the model actually goes away.
Yeah, and the damage box appears long before the flame does.
Yes.
Which was very annoying.
Oh, you want to talk about, should we talk more about damage boxes, like in fighting games and stuff? Oh god, I hate those things. Because there's so many,
Fighting games? What?
You don't know about those? Like, you know how when a character attacks, you know, how certain areas around their model will be considered damage zones, and that's what triggers enemies to get hit in fighting games? So, like, if someone punches, right? Like, it'll be like 1 frame here, and then 1 frame where it's halfway out, and that will have its own small hitbox. And then when it's full, it'll actually have another. It's not just their sprite that has the hitbox. It sometimes extends past their limbs. That's why kicks tend to have more range, because they actually extend past where their legs are. Because everything had to be a box back in the day, like Street Fighter 2 and all that had boxes instead of just outlining the sprites. That's what I was trying to say.
So, there's a Cortex stage in this stage, right?
Correct.
So we'll find Cortex tokens?
Yes.
You don't have to do that death list, do you?
No.
No? Okay. You can just try it over and over again like the others?
Yes.
I thought there was something up there.
Might be on that one.
Nope.
I know there's at least one. They added a shadow so you can see what's up there now, and like one of the ones that just does have that. I don't even know what's up here. Oh, just a mask. Okay. Suppose that's fine. Crusher is great, though. I mean, if it's any proof, you know, that we're playing the game 6 times.
Oh, God, I hate this one. I remember this one. Oh, it looks like they fixed the timing.
Yeah, they did. A little bit.
Good, good.
Yes. You can still do the thing before where you just jump straight in the air and then kill it. Remember? You can still do that.
I don't want to risk it.
Okay. Seriously, Vicarious Visions, guys, you know, you may have messed up on the edges a little bit, but you sure as hell made it great.
Aw.
It's okay.
At least I don't have to do a death list.
Yeah, you're good.
There's no colored gem here.
You guys still did a great job, though, bringing this up to a new generation, because when this game was first coming out, I really was afraid that people weren't going to accept it, that people were going to, like...
Shit all over it?
Yeah, I thought that's what was going to happen.
It's not the same as the original.
Yeah.
The original is better.
Because in my mind, right, this game was kind of a turning point for adaptations. Well, reimaginings, I should say.
This is a remake.
Remake, whatever. Remakes.
This is neither of those things.
It's a remake. And because I knew that if it did poorly, that would give a message to the higher-ups that, like, you know, they wouldn't tell them they made a bad game. It would tell them that people don't want these kind of games. They don't want remasters of these or anything. That's what that would tell them. But if it did well, then of course they would take it at blunt face value that it's because we've run it back. You know, that's why people loved it.
So when are we gonna get the Spyro trilogy?
Well, they talked about it. They talked about working on it. Well, actually, they said they were going to bring back some other trilogy, which is probably going to be Spyro.
Probably Spyro, maybe Jack.
Maybe Jack, yeah, maybe Jack.
But Jack is newer. Jack doesn't need to be remade.
Maybe not till next console generation. Maybe next console generation. Speaking of which, it's so funny that the Xbox One S is already out, and like technically the next console generation's already started, and no one's noticed. Like, it's so weird.
Didn't I mention this before?
What?
To me, it feels like the Xbox One X coming out this soon just feels like Microsoft trying to compensate.
Well, trying to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Which they are, because guess what? The Xbox One is doing pretty poorly.
Yeah. And you know what's still silly, and it's not going to make any sense to people years from now when they go back and watch it?
What?
There was an episode of South Park about the console wars back when the Xbox One and PS4 were coming out. And I guess Trey and Matt are Xbox fans because they assumed that the Xbox would win the console wars. So it did in the show.
Which, here's the thing. The Xbox 360 won the PS3 era console war. Undoubtedly.
I still preferred the PS3 though, just because it had free online multiplayer.
For a while until they brought, PlayStation Plus in there. But
no, it's still there. Because I don't have PlayStation Plus and I can still play online on Demon's Souls.
So it's PS4 that started that? Okay. It was
I guess
PS4
so.
that started that, yeah, okay. But I was going to say that at the time that Trey and Matt or whatever made that episode, I could understand them guessing that the one would have carried its power. Because the 360 was undoubtedly a great console with a lot of great IPs. It ran good. The problem the PS3 had was it was too expensive. It didn't have anything at launch that really made it special, and that's why it didn't work as well. But then we have this generation now, where we already have the S and everything. I don't know if is it 1X or 1S. I can't remember.
It's X. I
X.
thought you said S, but I thought I was mishearing it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's S, isn't it?
It's X.
It's X?
Xbox
Okay.
One X. It's the stupidest title since the Xbox One.
Then what's the... Okay. Then I'm wondering where I'm getting the S from, because was that another release of the Xbox One that was like a smaller version or something?
I don't know.
Maybe. At least Nintendo is back on top again for good, for making good games. Like they're actually making good games again.
I remember you. It's over here. Gotcha.
Because they freaking made Breath of the Wild, which is amazing. They made Odyssey, it's freaking amazing. Splatoon 2 is great. Pokken Tournament is great. Like lots of great games on Nintendo.
How long is this stage? Just the first Cortex token I've gotten.
It's long. But like honestly, I dare you to try and tell me one thing the Xbox has that the PS4 doesn't have.
Cameo? Elements of Power?
I'm talking more the Xbox One.
Oh, Xbox. I don't even know what any Xbox One exclusives are.
But that's the thing, though, is like, okay, I would say one of the benefits of having a PS4 at launch was its built-in streaming service. I don't use it, but I know it's great for a lot of people who want to get out there and start streaming and sharing stuff. That's cool. It's great for kids. Great for teenagers. Microsoft followed suit with that, and I know that Nintendo probably won't do it till next generation when they start catching up with everybody else.
Nintendo's like a grandpa. It's been around for over a century, and always just has to catch up with all the newfangled techno gadgets.
Honestly, but again, that's what makes Nintendo cool, though, because it is so out of touch. Nintendo's one of the few companies out there that you can actually personify quite easily.
It's almost like, yeah, your grandpa's old and senile, but it's not his fault, so just roll with whatever he says.
Yeah. And occasionally...
Just pretend that Nam is still going on. Nope. Try to jump.
Because I won't sit here and say that Nintendo is perfect, or that it's devoid of any problems or whatever, because it's pretty bad sometimes. I'll give it that. It's pretty bad sometimes.
I can't think of a single faultless video game company.
No.
It isn't an indie company.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I could say tons of things that bad about Sony and Microsoft. But honestly, out of the three that exist, if I had to choose only one company that would still be here, it's a real big fight between Sony and Nintendo.
Yeah, we got to end the episode here.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can continue this.
Okay. All
okay.
right.
Yeah, so, thank you all so very much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because we really appreciate it. If you want to support us on Patreon, there'll be an end card at the end of the video, and a link in the description below, alongside links to our social media and Tyler's Twitch account.
I hope I'll see you there.
So, we'll see you all in the next video. Oh, how did you blow up me and the RC car at the same time? Oh my god, stop it! Stop it! Just get out of the cage. Really? You shot me while I was in mid-air.